The first Tesla Optimus bot has been delivered to a customer. At least that's what Ashok Swami is hinting at here, who is Tesla's AI lead. Looks like that robot is not coming back. It was a comment under this post.
Can you do this? I love you. You know how to do that? What should we do? Let's go for a run.
So this clip was posted across Kim Kardashian's 500 million social media following. She actually did multiple posts. Now, considering that she charges $2 million per sponsored post, this is $10 million worth of free advertising. And how do we know if it's actually free? How do you know that Tesla did not pay for this? Social media influencers are required to disclose if they got paid. And what Kim Kardashian usually does is she adds this hashtag ad, but there was no such thing in this case, meaning it was not a paid for ad. And there is a discussion in the Tesla community that she was allowed to buy the Tesla bot or perhaps play with the Tesla bot. Definitely this is great marketing for Tesla, and Gary Black is saying now everyone in Calabasas is going to want one. Great PR for sure, definitely great PR. Some media is reporting that she basically bought it. They're literally using the word purchased. That's definitely not the most reliable media source, so I wouldn't take it for granted. Anyway, Elon Musk laughs at Russ Gerber for saying no one would trust a Tesla Optimus bot, but as we have seen just now, she's loving it. And this got the Tesla community really bullish. This could be the first home of a Tesla Optimus bot. Gally is one of the OG Tesla YouTubers, and he's predicting that the Tesla bot is going to be much bigger than the iPhone world's #1 consumer product soon. In the long run, I definitely agree with that. It's just a matter of time. And just now, more pictures have been posted by her, and these ones are a little bit provocative. Looks like Kim Kardashian has a new boyfriend, and his name is Tesla Bot. Yeah, this is definitely not something I expected to see. Here's a collection of most of the photos from that photo shoot. And check this out. Tom Narayan from RBC will need to increase his Tesla stock price target again. He says Tesla's autonomy and AI justifies the valuation. Elon Musk on his main timeline just posted this. 2026 at the latest, we will have AGI. Optimus will likely cost 20 to 30,000 each at scale. The ratio of humanoid robots will be more than 1-to-1, probably 10-to-1. Keep in mind though that clip was actually recorded back in June, but Elon just reposted it. And it gets more interesting. Tesla made a gold Optimus robot. Only one exists, of course. She's posting so much about Tesla.
Okay, the cyber cab is insane.
Wait, so you just get in and there's no driver?
There's no driver.
Okay guys, my ride is here. Hi sir. Oh my God.
Check this out. This is definitely good news for Tesla investors overall. Elon Musk joined a call between the president-elect and Google's CEO. And reportedly, Google's CEO was taken by surprise. This shows us that indeed Elon Musk is going to have a huge role in the new administration, which should include policies that should be somewhat at least favorable to Tesla, which means the end of software recalls. They will be called software recalls, not just recalls, I believe. This is actually fantastic news for Tesla. Pay a little bit more attention here. Battery energy storage system prices have fallen below $100 per kilowatt hour for the first time in China on the back of record low LFP cell price. Despite this, system prices outside of China, although declining, can typically cost more than twice that. How is this cost differential achieved? Well, we know that lithium prices have fallen, and China manufactured a lot of batteries, and that really pushed the prices down. So we know that battery prices then, and specifically energy storage systems, will decline in prices. And right now already there's so much demand for that Tesla is not able to keep up with all of the demand. So imagine what is going to happen in an industry that's very price sensitive when prices fall a lot more, because we already know they are going to fall because that has already happened in China, and Tesla doesn't even have the factory in China yet that makes Megapacks. Demand for that product in China is going to be insane. The Megapacks made by Tesla in China. This is really funny. There's a writer at Reuters named Ross Gerber who just wrote an article about Ross Gerber. Elon Musk investor Gerber says he is kind of done with X. Ross Gerber claims that nobody is on X anymore. But we have record-hitting user numbers with X being the #1 on App Store. Meet Kevin just became bullish on Tesla again. He actually just bought Tesla stock. He also bought a Cybertruck. He posted that video and people unsubscribed from him when he posted that. He just made a whole video about why he bought Tesla stock. Kevin earlier sold Tesla stock. Now, to give him credit, he was bullish about Tesla stock when it hit $100, but later he sold. Of course, I kept all of my Tesla stock. I did not consider selling it at all, although it would be nice to buy some more Tesla stock at these crazy low prices. Jeremy Judkins has a guess about why people are unsubscribing from Meet Kevin. On August 27th, he posted a video titled, "I'm very concerned about Tesla stock." The description read, "The downfall of Tesla stock is coming," and the thumbnail read, "Free fall." Since that video, Tesla stock is up 60%. Before, Meet Kevin has made some good Tesla stock calls, but yeah, not the one close to $200 per share. He also said things like this: "Don't be salty because you literally have Bitcoin and Tesla in your bio, and I think both are going down bigly." This is on September 3rd. Bitcoin since September 3rd is up almost 60%. Keep in mind that Meet Kevin is largely a trader, and he also has his own ETF called PP. Literally, that's the name. I'm not exaggerating. The ticker is PP. Kevin now says that he's never going to sell Tesla stock again. He says he will buy all the dips as well. That's a pretty big flip-flop. Do I believe that? No. But hey, it's actually a pretty sizable position. He went from owning 0 to now owning 4.9% in his ETF. However, before he was at basically 25-ish% at one point in his ETF. Kevin has bought and sold Tesla stock many times before. By the way, one of the latest times he rebought Tesla stock was just in April. So since then he sold and now he's in again. And he has some very positive words about the Cybertruck. It's good, he says. Also, every dude needs a truck. Never realized the utility I was missing out on. He also believes that in a recession, Tesla stock would be worth $140 to $150, which I would say it's actually pretty good because we were down all the way to $100 and we didn't really quite have an actual really huge recession. So if we have a real recession and if it only goes down to 140, 150, I would say that's pretty good, assuming that it happens like in the next few months. Even Koreans actually watch Meet Kevin. He's not getting positive PR from them though. Supposedly, Kevin said he won't touch Tesla until 150. I think a bigger whoopsie was that seemingly he said that Trump had a risk for Tesla. I'm not sure exactly what that means. Does that mean that Trump being elected was a risk for Tesla? If yes, that's a big whoopsie. But hey, Meet Kevin actually has made a lot of money from Tesla. He's one of the earlier investors. So I don't really have a problem with him. To me, it's just entertaining to go through all of this. In the meantime, the Tesla economist, if you remember that, he's now back in Tesla. Meet Kevin acknowledges that Tesla in the long term, good investment. He's back in. The Tesla economist, no. One of the main problems that the Tesla economists had with Tesla was 4680 batteries not coming to fruition. But now we know that's not really the case anymore. Seemingly, Tesla has solved 4680s. Now we just need to scale them more. Wow, it has been since August 9th since he last posted about Tesla on X. It's been a long time. And it's been 9 months since he posted on YouTube. Wow. I have no issue with him. I like to look at opposing views. I'm just sad that I'm not seeing anything from him because when there's no opposing view, we're winning too easily right now. I like discussions, you know, like back and forth. Now it's just one way. We're just winning. The bears are sort of capitulating right now. Okay, this one, I'm not sure if it's actually bullish or bearish because it's Jim Cramer we are talking about. But anyway, he basically says that Tesla is going to the moon. And we do have some more really good news for Tesla. We just had 17,100 deliveries in China. Just look at this. We are above the previous weeks. And it's pretty consistent at the moment. We had a good start. We had 1 week that was and then wow, Wow. If this continues, we are certainly on track for another record quarter in China for Tesla. This was the 7th highest week of a quarter ever for Tesla in China. Big deal. Tesla stock investors are celebrating this number. Oh, and even James agrees that Tesla in China is ripping again. And looking specifically at this year only, this was the 5th best week alone of 2024. And if you notice, the previous week was even better than that. It was almost the same, but slightly better. There's, however, a change in Model 3 estimated delivery time. So before you had to wait for 2 to 4 weeks, now you have to wait for 1 to 3 weeks. But that actually is not necessarily a bad thing because Tesla just delivered 7,200 Model 3s to the domestic market, which is the second highest since Highland launch in China. The Model 3 in China is doing great right now. And finally, the acceleration boost is available for the new Model 3. It reduces the 0 to 100 time from 4.4 seconds to 3.8 seconds, but this appears to only be available in China and not yet in Canada, the US, or Europe. But it must be coming soon to everywhere. This is a test that was probably a big waste of money, but anyway, this is Michigan's wireless charging roadway. Cool idea, but not a useful idea probably. Oof! Ford said that it will cut around 14% of its European workforce, blaming losses in recent years amid weak demand for electric vehicles, meaning that they didn't make compelling vehicles for customers to want them. They also blame the poor government support for the shift to EVs and not themselves for making poor EVs, and competition from subsidized Chinese rivals. Obviously, Tesla, an American company selling 2 million EVs annually, roughly, means that there's no demand for EVs. Tesla already has, very roughly speaking, about 40% of Ford's volume, and yet they believe that there is not enough demand. The way I see it, Ford should be selling 2 million EVs already, and not just a few EVs here and there. So Ford is cutting about 4,000 jobs. We will see a lot more of this. I'm sad to say it, but it's gonna happen. If you live in Europe, there's a good chance that soon you will also get a chance to see a Tesla Cybercab. This one is specifically in London. Go check it out if you're from there. It's in Westfield, London. Tesla is doing a new promotion in Texas. You get 1 year of unlimited overnight vehicle charging for $5 a month if you take delivery of a new Tesla and enroll in a Tesla electric fixed plan by the end of December. And for that, thinks that Tesla is laying the groundwork for the greatest monthly payment strategy of all time. Lease a car for $200 a month, unlimited charging for $5 a month, insurance and maintenance for $100 a month, unsupervised self-driving for $300 a month. These are all figures that eventually he predicts would happen, not like anytime soon. But basically, you are paying $605 per month for a completely worry-free unsupervised self-driving ownership experience. But there will be many people that will just say, hey, can I just pay $300 a month for an unlimited ride subscription and you don't own the car? Sure, why not? That actually might be a possibility. Ah, finally, this is happening. Do you remember the video that I titled, "This is the strangest Tesla news I've ever seen"? This was a protest, people storming the Giga Berlin factory. It was insane. I am so happy to finally announced that the police started clearing protest camps away from Tesla's Berlin plant. Now, why are they doing it now after many months? Well, they're saying it is being cleared by the police, citing several violations of assembly regulations, including resisting a police operation, with the result that security could no longer be guaranteed. I can't believe that they let the protests go on for so long. This article is from March 6th, and there was this group, the Vulcan group, which aims to literally, quote, destroy Giga Berlin completely. And this wasn't some joke. They actually claimed responsibility for the attack on the factory. If you remember, there was an arson attack on an electricity pylon at the Tesla car factory in Berlin earlier this year, because of which Tesla had to shut down production for a little bit. So this was very serious, and yet all these protests were allowed to go on for such a long time. In an area, by the way, that Tesla owns. I understand if there's a protest in a public area, Cool, no problem. But in an area that Tesla itself owns? So I'm really happy to say that we have finally overcome these protests and that they are coming to an end, that they are going to be cleared. That's good. We also had some pretty big news yesterday about SpaceX, and even the president-elect arrived to watch the SpaceX launch.
This is one of the most successful people that the world has ever known, and the ability to build businesses and think outside the box and be an entrepreneur. That's a voice that the president really values. But when you look at this totality, this kind of theme that they all think they're superheroes now, there's a little bit more swagger with the Republican Party now because they did win the White House, the House, and the Senate.
In the full clip, they are complaining that people are comparing the new administration, including Elon Musk, to superheroes. But hey, that clip definitely had some positive words about Elon Musk, and that's on CNN. So what happened with the Starship launch yesterday? Was it actually a success or not? The initial launch was good. Everything was going great for the first few minutes. Every time the rocket goes up, I'm still flabbergasted that we humans have achieved such an impossible feat. But quickly it was announced that SpaceX is not going to try to catch the booster, so it was decided that it will land in the ocean. So why didn't SpaceX try to catch it? Well, there were automated health checks of critical hardware on the launch and the catch tower, which were triggered, which aborted the catch attempt. The booster then executed a pre-planned divert maneuver, performing a landing burn and soft splashdown in the Gulf of Mexico. However, overall, the launch was a big success actually, because there was a lot of data gathered from the multiple thermal protection experiments, as well as the successful fly through subsonic speeds, which is a big deal, at a more aggressive angle of attack, which provided invaluable feedback on flight hardware performing in a flight environment as SpaceX aims for eventual ship return and catch. The lessons learned will directly make the entire Starship system more reliable as SpaceX closes in on full and rapid reusability. And this part here was actually a big success. So this is not the booster, this is the actual Starship landing in the ocean, and it did not explode, it just landed. And SpaceX really pushed it. They actually pushed it harder than they thought the Starship itself is capable of being pushed. So this was a huge success actually. Elon is calling it a success, and he says that they will do one more ocean landing of the ship. If that goes well, then SpaceX will attempt to catch the ship with the tower, which if that happens, and eventually then it happens, it's going to be a historic moment. Here's specifically what I mean, that SpaceX engineers were surprised by how well SpaceX Starship handled the whole thing. Starship is hanging in there so far despite the intense heat. You can see this is really hot. See this? Super hot, and you can even see this here. SpaceX is not expecting to recover the vehicle because they are testing some new things that could cause them to lose the ship, but they did not lose the ship in the air. Just watch the reactions of the SpaceX team.
Ship is doing great so far. There's those engines relighting.
What a great reorientation by Starship.
Wow.
All three down to two, into the water. Starship is landed.
Wow.
And we have ship splashed down.
I am shocked, to be honest. I think many folks are. The fact that it survived all the way through while flying a lesser gen heat shield is just absolutely incredible. And turns out the vehicle had more capability than our calculations predicted. And that is why we test like we fly.
So Elon Musk is continuing to push the limits, and he's getting closer to achieving the impossible again. And next for Tesla, that's going to be FSD, being safer than human driving. That's just a matter of time. Here's some good news for Tesla. Tesla secured a $180 million Megapack battery contract in Arizona. The facility will have enough capacity to power up to 45,000 homes for 4 hours during peak electricity demand. Elon Musk before has made it very clear that the Tesla bot is going to only have a slice of the total market, that it will not be a product with a market share of, let's say, 50%. It will be a lot less than that. But that means that But competition is going to be out there. I believe the Tesla Optimus bot is going to be the most popular humanoid bot. There's also this other company called Figure, and currently they are running these tests. And what's interesting about this is that this is running completely autonomously, supposedly. Specifically, what I mean is it's currently running 1,000 placements per day, fully autonomous. Figure 02 is now an autonomous fleet. It's 400% faster with 7 times higher success rate. And you can see multiple robots here working. I would like to see like 10 hours of footage here, but clearly, yeah, it's doing quite a few placements here. And that is the future. The bots are coming. This robot specifically, it's end-to-end. This could be some good news for Tesla, actually, not just for SpaceX. The Indian government may ease some conditions for issuing a license to Starlink, which seeks to launch satellite broadband services in India. If they are getting a good deal for SpaceX, Tesla should also be a lot more likely to get a good deal for itself. Here's something to think about. This is from SpaceX's president and COO, Gwynne Shotwell, who is the most important person at SpaceX after Elon Musk. She talks about cost plus contracts. It's totally the wrong incentive structure for organizations to be effective and efficient. My compatriots and other companies hate me for saying that, but it doesn't matter. Part of SpaceX's secret sauce and success has been when we say we are going to do something for this price, we never do it on time. We're very sorry about that, but we always do what we say we are going to do every time, and we do it for the price that we said. Oh, I have to cover this. The CEO and founder of Tesla battery supplier CATL says that Tesla's 4680 cylindrical cell technology is going to fail and never be successful. We had a very big debate, and I showed him, Elon. He was silent. He doesn't know how to make a battery. Seems like he doesn't know that betting against Elon is a very bad idea. So the CEO wasn't impressed with Musk's battery knowledge, but he thought he was good with chips, software, hardware, and mechanical things. He also commented that Musk's problem is over-promising timelines, which he often does habitually, especially regarding FSD. Maybe something needs 5 years, but he says 2 years. I definitely asked him why. He told me he wanted to push people. So maybe you don't meet people's expectations, but actually you still deliver the end product faster than you would have originally, because now you're pushing people. So I think what Elon Musk is doing is the right strategy if you want to get the best results. If you're okay with some people being disappointed temporarily, but in the end, you still get a better result faster. And then Jaguar made this, I don't know what this is. I think that's a guy. They made this ad, and Elon Musk commented on it, by the way. Do you think this is an ad for cars? They say copy nothing. Okay. Elon Musk asks, do you sell cars? I think that's a good question to ask. Their whole website looks like some sort of clothing brand. This is weird. I mean, that video that I watched here, this seems like an ad for, I don't know, a sex change, maybe? I saw Omar say the same thing too. Anyway, Elon Musk is definitely having a good time right now. There's going to be a special version of Starship, delete heat shield and flaps and landing legs. This could, of course, only be used between translunar orbit and lunar surface, given no heat shield or flaps. And this, now we know, is possible after this flight. So Elon Musk is having a good time, and I believe Tesla stock is going to $1,000 per share, and then eventually well beyond that. This is going to be it for today's Tesla stock news. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't yet, but I have one more thing to share, not related to Tesla stock news, so feel free to check it out right now. Eventually, if I keep making videos, all my videos will be just about general news. I'm not sure then that would be, I have quite a few other things to work on at the moment, but there's one thing that I covered before, and that's someone by the name of Andrew. And just now, the Romanian appeal court found flaws in the case against him. The judges ordered prosecutors to withdraw or amend indictment against him. There are multiple indictments against him, though. This is just one of them, but this is one of the big ones. Just wanted to give that update since I did cover him a little bit earlier. Anyway, that's it for this video, and I will see you in the next one. If you are an early subscriber, this journey has been quite amazing, going all the way from $100 to right now close to 350. I think we are at 340 at the moment. The market is still open. Then I'm recording. We are at 339 at the moment. Basically almost exactly 3 times higher from the moment I said it's a big buying opportunity. And remember, then I made this video, Tesla stock dropped 11.4% in one single day. Everyone was panicking, or many people were panicking, but I was even more excited. And I can guarantee you one thing, we will have big dips again. It's just a question, are we going to dip from here to all the way back to, let's say, 200s and maybe even below? Or is the next big dip going to be down from, let's say, $1,000 down to 500? That remains to be seen, but I know one thing, there will be panic, and I will be buying more Tesla stock while others will be panicking.